The Arne Slot era at Liverpool is slowly taking shape. On Tuesday, the Premier League released the full fixture list for the 2024-25 season, giving Slot a trip to newly promoted Ipswich Town in his first game in charge. The Dutchman needs to focus on pre-season first, though, and within that recruitment, the summer transfer window has officially been open for 5 days. And although Liverpool aren't on the verge of any blockbuster moves, the Reds are poised to welcome their first signing since Jurgen Klopp left the club. Klopp could be followed by a number of players, too, with a price tag for one star already set. Florian Wirtz's dad has confirmed that the Germany international won't be leaving Bayer Leverkusen this summer, despite links of a move to Liverpool, Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. Wirtz, 21, was among the various standout performers as Leverkusen won the Bundesliga title last season, securing a spot in the Champions League. The prolific playmaker scored in Germany's opening game of Euro 2024 last Friday, boosting his stock, but he won't be changing clubs this summer. Florian has a contract in Leverkusen, Hans Wirtz told Bild, and he's looking forward to next year at Bayer when he can play in the Champions League with Leverkusen for the first time. Liverpool have slapped a £25 million price tag on second-choice goalkeeper Kevin Callagher. The 25-year-old Irishman is keen to start playing first-team football and was linked with a departure from Anfield last summer. Celtic are now interested in Callagher, The Athletic report, but could be too expensive for the Scottish champions, who are searching to replace Joe Hart. Mirror Football understands that Feyenoord goalkeeper Justin Bijlow, who's also a target for Arsenal, could reunite with Arne Slot and challenge Alisson Becker for the number 1 shirt instead of Callagher. Those are the facts. Now the focus is on the Euros. After that, there's a lot to do with the club next season, so there's no need for speculation. There's really nothing to say beyond that. Liverpool are searching the market high and low for a long-term successor for Mohamed Salah and, according to recent reports, a replacement could be in the building soon as the club want to iron out the situation before the marksman potentially leaves. Entering a post-Jurgen Klopp era is no easy task given how united the German tactician made not only the dressing room but the entirety of the red half of Merseyside, and this summer presents a changing of the guard, one which will have Arne Slot's influence on it. Dutchman Slot will oversee the Reds in place of Stuttgart-born Klopp, and has already started planning the summer transfer window, with Richard Hughes as the new-look Liverpool setup looking towards making 2024-25 a successful campaign. Salah's future still hangs heavily in the balance. Contracted until the summer of 2025, the Reds will either A. want to extend his stay at the club or B. sell in order to maximise profits, but the club will have to finalise and act on a decision quickly. Last summer, Salah, widely considered one of the best footballers in the world, was subject to a mouth-watering bid from Saudi Arabia, one in which Liverpool duly snubbed in favour of him remaining at Anfield, for what turned out to be Clark's final campaign. Replacing such a talismanic figure is no easy task given. In 2023-24, the 31-year-old emerged as the 10th highest ever goalscorer in the Premier League, overtaking former Liverpool man Michael Owen. But Football Insider have now revealed that Liverpool are eager to sign a replacement even before the Egypt international's eventual departure. In terms of potential replacements, the report suggested that PSV Eindhoven star Johan Bakayoko could be the name that steps through the doors. Slot is fully aware of the Dutchman's abilities thanks to their shared time in the Dutch top flight. Bakayoko, 21, weighed in with 14 goals and 14 assists in 48 appearances across their Eredivisie title-securing campaign, and the Reds could step up their interest with Salah's future still unclear. According to reports via Liverpool.com, Crystal Palace talisman Michael Olise has emerged as the top option, with new boss Slot a keen admirer of wingers. The interest in Leeds United's Crescencio Somerville has reportedly cooled, meaning they've turned their full attention to the Frenchman. Spanish international Nico Williams is in the frame for a move to Anfield this summer, for instance. Another player reportedly interesting the Reds is Paris Saint-Germain's Xavi Simons. He spent 2023-24 on loan with RB Leipzig and had an excellent campaign, delivering 10 goals and 13 appearances in all competitions. TBR Football reported last month that PSG has told Simons that they want him to return to the club despite interest from Arsenal, Barcelona, Chelsea and Liverpool. While the player has not made it clear that he wishes to leave the Parisians, his comments after Netherlands drew 0-0 with France on Friday are certainly open to interpretation. Simons had a goal disallowed in the match in somewhat controversial circumstances, so it was inevitable journalists were keen to speak to him after full time. And like seemingly every footballer in every interview they give, he was asked about his future. "I was happy in Paris," he said. "Things have happened. Now, I was in Leipzig this year. We'll see after the Euros, Simons added. The player could certainly be forgiven for wanting to lay down some slightly more permanent roots somewhere. Simons spent 2022-23 with PSV Eindhoven, effectively on loan, even though he signed a 5-year contract there, meaning he has been with a different club in a different country for each of the last 3 seasons. His experience both in the Eredivisie and in international football means he is known to several key figures at Liverpool. This is perhaps best summed up from a match in September 2022, in which Simons assisted Cody Gakpo as PSV Eindhoven beat a Feyenoord side led by Arne Slot. Gakpo is currently 14th for shared minutes in the ranking of players with whom Simons has featured, per Transfermarkt, and will likely rise if Netherlands go deep into Euro 2024. The youngster has also played alongside Virgil van Dijk at senior level and Ryan Gravenberch with the under-21s, so his links with the Reds are already strong. Whether they extend to him joining the club remain to be seen. Simons appears unwilling to commit fully to PSG at this point, though, so the speculation is set to rumble along for the rest of the summer. Liverpool is being linked with wide forward after wide forward, after wide forward this summer. The Athletic reports the Reds would be looking for a player in that position during the transfer window. The likes of Xavi Simons and Nico Williams are said to be on the Reds' radar. Whether that's true or not, they haven't played under Liverpool's new head coach, Arne Slot. Yankuba Minteh has, while on loan at Feyenoord from Newcastle this season, and is rumoured to be another winger who could yet find himself at Anfield before he knows it. Liverpool-bound or not, it seems likely the 19-year-old will be on the move this summer. His agent Bakary Bojang has been speaking to Chronicle, Live, a local paper in Newcastle, and confirmed Minteh's camp has agreed terms. Elsewhere, has Richard Hughes been busy cutting a deal this weekend? The situation appears to be moving quickly. Chronicle Live first received an update from Minteh's agent on Saturday morning. It is correct that Newcastle are willing to sell the player if they receive a good offer, Bojang said. From our side, if Newcastle wants to sell and the sporting project is good, we will definitely look at it. We are in communication with some clubs. But by the evening, it sounded like a financial package, for the player was on the table and to his liking. I can't confirm clubs who are in communication with us. We have agreed terms with one of the clubs. So now the rest is with Newcastle, Bojang said. Fans will be speculating on the identity of the club which appears to be in the driving seat to sign Minteh. What is known is that 37 of his 54 senior appearances were made under Slot or his assistant, Sipke Hulshoff. They already have a connection. Liverpool's new boss spoke warmly about the youngster to Rondo in March. If you are that fast, it is a huge weapon, Slot said. One action and he is gone. Then you will not catch up with him again. I think that his choices are already improving in the final phase. The bad thing for us is that if his choices become really good, he will probably no longer play for us, he concluded. While that has proven to be true, a reunion could be on the cards far sooner than Slot would ever have imagined 3 months ago.